Yo, let me see how I set this thing up. My face is way too big. That's better. We'll go with that. I don't know if anybody is on YouTube right now or Twitter watching this, but I just finished editing my video at Anthony D underscore Heat. Make sure y'all go check it out on YouTube. It'll be uploading soon as I'm currently exporting. But I usually what I do is once I finish editing, I hop in the basement and shout out to FanDuel. I usually hop in the basement and chat with Royal and everyone else. But I saw that the basement is not live. So I checked the group chat, and I actually do believe that Royal is traveling right now. So I figure, why not talk to y'all myself and not about the game. No one gives a damn about the game. But I just figured there's probably people sitting in the chat right now waiting for the stream to start. So I figured, screw it, I'll start it. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the game. Y'all don't worry about that. Instead, I could walk y'all through a little bit of my behind the scenes process here. So let me see. Can y'all see this here? Okay, perfect. Yeah, so right now I'm gonna make my thumbnail. Shit, people probably don't care about this either, but you know what? I mean, hey, stream wasn't going anyways. Better this than nothing, right? So I I guess I'll start from the beginning. So I'm gonna go open from my computer, and I have every team done here. So of course today's the Raptors. Let me start with the Heat lose. Would they lose? 112-91. And again, for those of y'all just tuning in, this is a little bit of the behind the scenes of how I get my channel going. I see you, Brandon and Arenas in the chat. Darren Peterson lobs to Ware next season. I like it. Typhoon, what's up, my boy? We trading Royal. Pack his ass up. Pack his ass up, Shax. Who's with me? But yeah, so let me go back to the Photopia here. Photopia, what to say? So he lose. Next thing I do is I need to make the add the photos for it. So let me go to Twitter here. And a lot of times what I do is I'll first go to the Miami Heat, see if they have any pictures I want to use. But usually they don't. For example, let me see. Jaime. Actually, this picture is not that bad. I might actually use that one, but because Jaime is probably the story of the game, unless I want to add a picture of like Bam struggling. Because I want to add a photo for right here that is relates to what the game is or what I'm talking about here. So let me go back to Twitter here. I keep checking Streamer because I got no producers, just me in here. So I'm making sure I'm sharing the right tabs. But if I don't like any of the photos on Twitter, then what I do is actually go to this website called, y'all probably know it, Getty Images. Now, let me share that tab here. And Getty Images is awesome because you just search Miami Heat, and it'll literally have all the photos from the game already. See, here's the uncropped photo of Jaime Jaquez that we just saw on the Heat's Twitter. But let me see if they have one of Bam from tonight's game I want to use because I was pretty negative, on the post-game video of Bam. Obviously, this is like his 4th straight game in a row where he said he was going to be better, and it was not better. In fact, he's been getting worse. Let me search Bam Adebayo. And it's frustrating because it's not even like, he was just, barely missing shots, a bunch of in and outs. In the first quarter, he nearly airballed a three-pointer, nearly airballed a midi, and then did airball a layup. He literally airballed a layup in the first quarter that was in, like, transition. But anyways, let me go here. I'm going to grab, y'all can't see this, so I'm not going to share tabs for this one, but I'm going to take that Jaime Jaquez picture, and then I'm going to go back to Photopia here, and I'm going to go ahead and drag in that Jaime photo, and I'm going to put it behind this layer right here. So it kind of has that nice effect there, like it's behind the team logos. And then what I'm going to do is I don't really like how I already have a pre-filter on, pre-contrast and stuff, but I don't really like how much the photo it makes Jaime look because he's white, and usually when you turn the contrast up too high on the white players, it doesn't look good. So I'm going to open up this one here, and I'm going to turn the brightness down. But see, the thing is I don't want the brightness to change on the logos part also. I just wanted to change on the picture. So I'm going to drag the Jaime photo above the filters here. And then what I'm going to do is, because I still want it to look like it's behind the other stuff. So I'm going to highlight this white strip right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the Jaime picture. And let me make my eraser big. And then I'm just going to erase the Jaime picture with that white strip selected. So now it looks like this. And if you see here on the right side, you have the Jaime picture above the filters, and the filters are above the rest. So now I can go to the Jaime photo, and I can edit the brightness and contrast to that a little bit differently here because you don't want to make it too light, or the brightness too high when you have the white players, because then they look really yellow. Not that Jaime's white, but you know what I mean. He's more paler skin. See, if we turn the contrast all the way up, he looks yellow. So we'll put the contrast up just a little bit, vibrance up a little bit, and that looks a little bit better. It makes it pop a little bit more. And then what else I do to make it pop is I will now duplicate this, and I will select remove background on. It's going to give me an ad because I do not pay for a Photopia. Oh, what is this ad for? Hard Rock Bet? Hell no, we don't promote Hard Rock Bet over here, bro. Shout out to FanDuel, the sponsor of my channel. I guess I will tell y'all a little bit of more behind the scenes, since the 52 of you that are watching me are real ones, because I'm really just talking a bunch of BS right now. And I don't know why anybody would do that, but I appreciate y'all that are. But some behind the scenes on my channel is I actually secured another sponsorship for my personal channel. And it will be Underdog. That will actually be starting early next year. So it'll be kind of weird. I'm going to have to alternate between the Underdog and the FanDuel reads, but I'll make it work. And I do have a promo code. So once the ad reads start going, I need y'all to sign up with my promo code, because I don't get paid for the promo codes. I have a fixed rate that they're paying me. But the conversion rates are still cool, because if I get a lot of conversions from the ad campaign, then they'll obviously want to re-up the sponsorship, which would be really cool. So I'll let y'all know my code to sign up with. And if y'all hear my voice going gone, it's because I spent the last week in a mountain in a small city in Colorado. The elevation was like 11,000. It was super dry, and my voice is not recovered yet. But anyways, we're going to go to this background layer right here. We put a little blur, because what the blur does is it helps the actual image stand out a little bit. See the before and after. So I always like a little bit of blur. And then we'll go back to the top layer here, which again is just Jaime and Colin Murray Boyles. I like to put a little bit of sharpen on it to make it pop a little bit more. Yeah, I think that looks good. And then what I usually do is add a little bit of drop shadow. So we go to blending options, put a little bevel in emboss, put it on the other direction, make it pop, and we'll put a little drop shadow here. So I think that looks pretty good. And then if I want to, I also put the arrow. Like, do I want an arrow pointing to Jaime? In this case, I don't think it's. Did someone just hop in? Who is that? Well. Yo.
And it's important, one thing about making, these thumbnails for the
Good, my
basement.
boy, out of retirement. We got Justin. What's good, my guy?
History on the basement. One thing making these, thumbnails is that we've never put a Larry O'Brien on there. So this is one thing just to add. So, just this quick thing I wanted to add real quick. Keep doing you, bro.
No, hey, I appreciate. Hey, we want to give. Why don't we give them some producer behind the scenes today, man? You got producer power. If you want to talk, go ahead and hop yourself on.
Oh, so that's what we're doing?
Well, hey, ain't no one else here today. Might as well give the people some behind the scenes producer talk. I feel like at least 55 people are interested in a little bit of behind the scenes here while I'll continue to work.
I mean, ain't really much that comes with it. I mean, over the seasons, I felt like we just put less effort into the production side when it comes to it's more so just on the fly. I remember the first season we kind of had more stuff kind of set up. One thing to know is that the intro video, I'm still trying to update that. Has been the same for the past 3 seasons, I think. So yeah, I mean, and plus StreamYard in total, there's been a lot of stuff that they added that I guess has been dope. I mean, that's what we've been using for the past time the basement has been around. So definitely.
I'll show y'all the yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, we'll update the video when the team gives us something worthy to update. But right now, I'll walk y'all through the upload process of if y'all never uploaded a video to YouTube. So I'm going to drag my video here, which is the one I just exported. It's called Heat vs. Raptors, and I put the dates because I save all my videos on a hard drive in case I need to access them later for hot takes, reaction videos, whatever. Boy, who put that Knicks logo on the top right? Get that shit there.
That was just
Get that shit. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is what it looks like. I already kind of have my outline bones of what I want it to look like. And then the first thing I need to do is come up with a title. So kind of what I like to do too is I'll actually show y'all this too, is ChatGPT is excellent for giving you good titles with a high click-through rate. So what I'm going to do, let me do this, and then I'll switch over to GPT. Let me go here. And hold on a second. Okay. Let me show that'll work. So I'm going to switch over to the chat here. And what I'm going to do is I usually say make a YouTube title for my script. So I'm going to pull up my notes here, which y'all can't see. Oh, but I forgot. I didn't take a lot of notes for this game, which if y'all see my video, you'll understand why. But yeah, then I go into here. I put in my notes. And it'll give me some good options here. Like, for example, we have a Miami Heat embarrassed again. Bam Adebayo's worst night of the season. See, a lot of this stuff isn't that bad. Miami Heat look lost, an ugly loss. That's not bad either. Bam Adebayo's ball is a layup. Miami Heat goes sideways. So it'll give you a lot of good options here. But because I didn't have a lot of notes, it's not going to be that fine-tuned. So in this case, I'm going to go back to the YouTube side, and I'm going to try to come up with a title myself. You really want to hit all the keywords without being too long. So let me see. I'll say something. I usually like to add both teams and then maybe add like a key part. So I'll say, what about something like Miami Heat continue to spiral? No, actually, I like the one that chat said. Would they say something like the Heat look lost? Yeah, what if I put, okay, I kind of like, I'm gonna combine these two here. So I'm gonna say Miami Heat embarrassed. Always got to put that one keyword in caps. So how you spell embarrassed? Bro, in my entire life, I've never spelled embarrassed correctly. Is that how you spell it? Let me Google real quick. Embarrassed. Yeah, 2 R's and 2 S. Okay. We'll say Miami Heat embarrassed in ugly loss to the Raptors. And then maybe we'll put Bam Adebayo struggles continue. Maybe I kind of like to put like a little bit of bare bones here, because then what I can do is I can copy and paste this title. We'll go back to the ChatGPT and it'll give me like a more refined version of it. What's the difference between this one and mine? Bam Adebayo struggles. Oh, okay. They just put the apostrophe S. What else we got here? Oh, I like this one. Bam Adebayo nightmares, or we'll put Bam Adebayo's nightmare continues. That one I like a lot because it makes it sound more, more intense, I guess, in a way. So let me go here, copy and paste that. We'll go Bam Adebayo's nightmare continues. I think that sounds pretty good. Should we capitalize nightmare? Nah, I don't think it's too much capitalization. And you don't want to overdo it because you don't want the audience to be looking through the homepage and they're just bombarded with like all caps and stuff. It's too much. So we'll put Miami Heat embarrassed, an ugly loss to the Raptors. All right, I'll put an ugly loss versus Raptors. So make it a little bit shorter and make sure it doesn't get cut off. Okay. Then I'll reuse the details from my last video to kind of update the rest of the template for the description and also add the playlist, which is Miami Heat postgame. And we'll say Miami Heat lose to we don't need the rest of this. We'll say Toronto Raptors to make sure we get the city to match for the algorithm purposes. So Miami Heat lose to the Toronto Raptors. I like to add the score 112-91. And we'll say as Bam Adebayo struggles continue. And then we'll say I'll say Jaime Jaquez played well. Just to add some more keywords. So if anybody's looking for some Jaime highlights, I didn't have them in the title, but at least I have them in the description. Because it's always good to add keywords in like the first 3 lines of your description is what I read. So we already got my tags and everything preloaded. We're going to upload the thumbnail that I just made here. Let me go here. This one done. Okay. And now we're going to hit next. We want to turn monetization on, of course, very important. And then we need to suit it for rated for ad suitability. So, for example, if I was talking about anything violent or drugs or whatever, you'd have to let them know. So certain companies won't run ads on it. But in this case, we're not. So we'll put submit rating. Now we need to put our end credit cards. So what I like to do for my post game is I'll just copy the previous post game and I'll put my most current non-post game video, which I guess in this case is the Giannis trade one. And then we put a link to the playlist. So if anybody wants to see the rest of my post game stuff. So we'll put that. We'll put next. It's still got about 9 minutes to check for copyright. And then that's when it'll get monetized. And usually you can wait to post it. But I don't like to wait because I want to post as soon as the game ends to get maximum viewership. But I just won't get paid for the first 9 minutes that people watch the video. Just, you won't see any ads for the first 9 minutes. And that's because it's still checking. Oh, it was already checked for copyright, so we're good. It's just checking 19 minutes for ads, but it never takes that long. It's only about 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and hit publish. And then what I like to do is I like to go here, and I like to let my video play. I usually listen to it. Oh, you can't see it. I usually listen to my video, but in this case, obviously I won't because I'm streaming to y'all. But usually I'll listen to it to kind of fact check it. If I notice I've said anything wrong, I'll type it in the comments. Say, hey, at timestamp X, I meant this instead of this. And I just like to check for overall quality. And it's good, going forward, you have to listen to yourself talk in order to know, to do better. I always try posting before Tobin too, because obviously he'll take a lot of my views. And it looks like he beat me today. He beat me by 4 minutes. But shout out to Tobin, bro. That's my guy. I watch all his videos, of course. Anyways. But yeah, it's one of my goals too, to try to beat Tobin. But another thing I do is I like my own video because you can do that. And then I'll also leave a pinned comment. I usually say something like, I'll say what's could the actually I'm gonna change this because we talk about spoiling the video. I'm say how much blame does Eric Spoelstra deserve for the Heat's recent struggles? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it. So it kind of drives engagement in the comments, people answering the question. And of course, the more comments, the more it helps the algorithm. Hey, by the way, if y'all are watching this and y'all not subscribed to my channel, please click off this stream and go watch my video immediately or in 9 minutes. So I get paid. No, I don't really care about the ad revenue. Mostly the subscribers. We had 8.52K now. I'd love to hit 10K by the end of the season. That would be dope. Unfortunately, I see you, BB, you said about 33% blame. Yeah, I'm with you. Probably about a third of it. And Durant said, I love how you and Tobin post the post-game visit nearly the same time frame. We're trying to beat each other, man. Tobin's a cool guy. I've talked with him on many occasions. We've messaged on Instagram for probably over a decade now because I've listened to his show forever. And we met up at the Panthers championship parade. We spoke for there a little bit in person, and he watches my content as well. He's awesome, offline, online. He's the nicest dude. I absolutely love Tobin, bro. Yeah, you can see I'm doing a little bit of a bit here in the video. Y'all can watch the video, but yeah, if y'all watching this stream and not subscribed to my channel, go subscribe to my channel. That is the most important part. I greatly appreciate it. And you can see right here, it shows it still has about, it's only checked about 22%. So until that hits 100%, I will not get paid. You can see the monetization still says checking. But then, yeah, that's basically it. The next thing I got to do is I got to go, because if y'all didn't know, I also post on the audio side of things because I am a member of the Believe network. So what I got to do now is I got to go to my Believe login. Let me log in there, and then I'll be sure to pull y'all up. And then I'm going to bed because you can hear my voice is just gone, and I should not even be talking. But let me go here. Let me see if y'all can see. Okay, so this is my Believe login now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to episodes to see the last numbered episode I have was 517. So now we go to new episode. We're going to go to 518. And this, by the way, is how you see podcasts get uploaded to like Spotify and Apple Pod and all that stuff. So I'm going to upload the audio file because when I export the damn, the Spurs just beat OKC again. Holy shit, dude. Oh man, my voice is gone. Colorado was fun, man, but the altitude and cold temperatures, it definitely kicked my ass, bro. Definitely. But anyways, I'm gonna go back to the YouTube side. I'm going to copy and paste the title onto the Believe here. I'm going to copy and paste the beginning of the description. So y'all can't see this, but I'm on YouTube. I'm copy and pasting to here. And then I have a generic Believe secondary description that I do with the links to my channel and everything else here. And then what I have to do is, because I am sponsored by FanDuel through Believe, is I need to go through I need to go through and put the timestamps for the FanDuel ad so that they can check that I'm doing it properly. So I have a little keyboard shortcut here. This is where I first say I'm presented by FanDuel and I give an odds mention. And then I'm going to go to, I'm going to pull up. Actually, I could just show y'all right here. Let me go back to here. Share this tab instead. Okay, I'll see. I'm going to go to the beginning of the video, get the exact timestamp where I shouted out.
Those the sponsor of today's video. We're right now.
Yeah, and this one I did it early because I did a little bit of a bit. Y'all can see here, I photoshopped it to say Miami Heat lose every game the rest of the year at plus 410. So obviously it was a little joke I was making. So in this case, I did shout out FanDuel early. So for the timestamp, it's literally 00000 beginning. But now for my second FanDuel timestamp, let's go back to here. And I usually do one right at the end.
Kings, man.
Let me
team right now. I think for the first time this year, and I'll play Chris. That's all I gotta say. It looks like that will divisional or perfect. I think this of hit this.
There you go.
The Heat gets money on fan, deserves some more blame. And it's unfortunate because
so about 1630 is when I have the graphic come up. So I'm gonna go back to share this tab. And then this one is just an odds mention. So fans do odds mention, and what we say 1630. Yeah, so I'll put 1629. So 001629. And then I also want to go back and add a mid-roll ad because then I get paid a little bit more. And on the podcast side, y'all can skip the ads anyways. So I might as well put it there to get paid a little more. Not that the audio side pays that much. I mean, the audio side, maybe a couple bucks a month. You know, the YouTube is more like a couple hundred, which is very nice to pull the curtain back a little bit there. But, you know, it can't hurt just adding a little mid-roll on the podcast. So if anyone does listen to the audio only, you just got to skip through a mid-roll ad. Not a big deal. And then that's it. So we go here. We go to publish. And then that's going to be it for left for it to finish up here. And you see published, episode done. And then what I need to do is I also need to upload my podcast to a website called Megaphone, because I'm with another network called North Station Media, who helps like find sponsorships for me. That's where I found the Underdog sponsorship. So in order for them to get their own analytics, I have to also upload the audio there. So let me switch y'all over to this is my Megaphone account, which is like Spotify's, they're partnering with Spotify to put your podcast on there. So I'm gonna do the same thing, you know, upload the episode here, Heat versus Raptors. I'm gonna copy and paste the title. I'm gonna go to the description here. Okay, y'all can't see it, but let me go here. And then that's basically it. This one is easy. So just put next, put publish now, and then save. And you can see it's processing. It's going to take a couple of minutes, and then it'll be uploaded. The next thing I need to do now is I need to go to Twitter. And I have to do my Twitter promo because I like to post my links on Twitter anyways. But part of my FanDuel sponsorship is that I have to promote on Twitter. So I have a little keyboard shortcut here. Full videos presented by FanDuel and Believe Network. We go there. Let me go grab the link really quick. And then, okay, we got the link. And then, of course, I should have put the title first. So let me put the title here. And then I need to add the thumbnail just to make it look pretty. And again, I don't really do that much, movement on Twitter. I just post because if anybody likes to follow me on Twitter to see when I post, there you go. You got the Twitter. And then I need to go to my notes app here, which I have off screen, and I need to put the link for my tweets because at the end of every month when I do my reporting for FanDuel, I have to add all the links to my reporting. So that's why I like to keep track now. And then that's basically it. I guess I grab the thumbnail, I airdrop it to my phone, And then I put the thumbnail. I have a second Instagram page just called Witness Miami Sports. All I put on that is my thumbnails. You know, my personal Instagram is still Anthony D_Heat. And even that I don't use that much. But I like to put the thumbnails on my YouTube's Instagram just in case that's how somebody gets notified of when I post a new video. I don't know. Even though I have like 100 followers on there, not that much or nothing, because I don't really promote it. But that's done. That's uploading. And now I'm officially done. That is my entire upload process. Obviously, I didn't show y'all the editing, but maybe we could do that another day. Before I get out of here, then, I'm going to let's just catch up on Twitter. You know, I guess we'll talk a little bit of basketball for those of y'all that stayed for a little bit behind the scenes. Brandon Arena said I could see Bam requesting a trade soon. I guess, right? If he wants to win. I mean, at some point, he's going to get tired of all of his friends requesting to come here. Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, and he get none of them. At some point, he's going to get pissed off, you know? So, yeah, maybe he will demand a trade. But let's go to the top here. Cooper Moorhead, great Miami Heat stat guy, says Miami's 2 lowest shot quality games of the season have both come in the past week against Toronto. And tonight was their lowest 3-point shot quality of the year. Wow. Yeah, Toronto's a good team. You know, I want to give them credit, but, you know, they don't have a great record for a reason. They're still missing 2 starters. It's not an excuse. Coach Spo on his Bam struggles. I have to be better for him. His heart's in the right place. He wants to help the team however he can. This stretch of the season weighs on him like he's a coach. It's not your fault, Spo, that he airballed a layup, Spo. It's not your fault. But God forbid if Kel'el Ware does something wrong. Oh, no, he needs to be better. It's Kel'el Ware's fault. Oh, but Bam does something wrong. Oh, it's my fault. I need to be better for Bam. Oh, but Kel'el Ware makes one mistake. Get your ass to the bench, Kel'el. Come on. That's ridiculous, Spo. How about you hold Bam accountable the same way you hold everyone else accountable? You know? I don't know. I don't like that. Maybe I'm lashing out. Spurs keep making statements. Yep. Yes, they are. Eric Spoelstra after the Heat's 21-point loss. This is not what I would have predicted. I thought we were ready. Wow, you don't usually hear a brutally honest Spo like that. No, you do not. That's funny. Damn, Cooper Flag tonight. Wow, that boy's been hooping. What else we got? Bam, it's time for level-headed dialogue. Yeah, it's funny because I saw my guy, Heat vs. Haters. He said Bam was going to bounce back tonight. And he did not. Bill Simmons, I wanted to mention Kel'el Ware. Miami I just like him. I mean, he's playing 24 to 25 minutes a game. I don't care what Bill Simmons has to say. Although he has been very nice about the Heat lately. Hey, there's us. Look, this is a streamception. Let me wait for that to update. Are we gonna get like a super weird kind of a stream inception thing going on? Yeah, look at that. You're now watching a stream of me watching a stream of me watching a stream of me watching a stream. I don't know. Let's go ahead and move on here. Norman Powell says they haven't been executing what Spo is drawing up in those spots. Oh, yeah, because Norman Powell did take over the huddle. That was kind of cool to see. Not tweeting until Bam has 30. Oh, no, not my guy DeMar, bro. All right. Did anybody post the Woody GIF yet? So long, partner. I guess I'll do that. Let me go to GIFs. So long, partner. I feel like that's pretty applicable at this point. Shout out to my guy, Heat Clips. Norman Powell, defense wasn't there. Defense wasn't good. That was the issue tonight. Well, if you know, why didn't you fix it, Norman? Why? Yeah, we know defense was the issue. What else do we got here? Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Cats, bro. Cats been playing well. And when you're doing a first, second, and third team, all NBA players, it's historically hard to win a lot. That's true. That's what I said in my post game. Is just the Heat aren't that good. Yeah, I already read the rest of that, so I think we're good here. Anyways, I think that's all I want to say for this stream here, just because my voice is absolutely shot. I gave y'all 30 minutes for those of y'all that were waiting in here forever. Yeah, AJ DeBanza does look like a monster, Brent. He looks insane. But for those of y'all that were waiting in the stream for something to start, at least I gave y'all 30 minutes of something. But yeah, I'm done. My voice is shot. Hey, one more time, go subscribe to my channel, man. Anthony DiNardo, search it up, hit subscribe, watch the video, like it. Don't just click on it, like, and then click off, because then that hurts my retention time. It's very bad. You want full retention time, which is why I'm letting my whole video play in the background there. But I'm going to log out. I'm going to go get ready for bed. I'm going to go watch Brendan Tobin's video while I do so. And I'll see y'all next time.